Hi everyone, I'm Carolyn Cole from the Easton Shoveltown Cultural District, and I'm here today with another wonderful artist from our local community, Pam Foley. And Pam also is a real estate agent from Premier Realty in downtown Easton. So do stop in and take a look at some of the wonderful paintings that are on the wall here, as well as the ones that you will have at the Easton Community Access television station. Pam, nice to have you here with us.
Thanks, Carolyn. Thanks for inviting me today.
My pleasure. I want to, Pam is wonderful at doing things around Easton that are kind of unusual, and I love her doors. And can you tell me which door this one is?
This is Oaksangs Hall, downtown. They had really interesting doorways, and I've noticed since I've been working on this series and traveling through town that we have some amazing old architecture, antique buildings in Easton, a lot of stone, and this one actually had a beautiful teal door, so it struck me.
It does, it does. And you'll notice that Pam has captured the traditional stonework you see on traditional Richardson buildings. You'll see a lot of this archway with the stone done a certain way, and she's really captured it. And the next picture is?
This is 7 Central Street in Easton, so this is the old Morse car factory. It's a big old factory brick building that's been converted into a residence, and I loved the heavy wood door. Actually, they had these amazing antique lion door knockers, and one of them was stolen off the building, so I captured it just like that. But they've done a great job of transforming the building.
I pass it every day, and it's a beautiful building. And this last one, I recognize, of course, but...
Yes, Church of the Immaculate Conception, so probably one of our most well-known buildings in town, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And again, you notice there's stone, a lot of stonework.
A lot of heavy stone, big heavy stone stairway, and a giant wood door. So that one's been very recognizable and gotten a lot of attention around town.
I imagine it would.
Yeah.
Pam, could you tell us something about this particular one?
Yes, this is also one of the most beautiful buildings in town, the Unity Church on North Main. A lot of old stonework in this building, and also another very recognizable landmark in town. This was done earlier this year and auctioned off at one of our fundraisers in town.
Oh, that's
and
wonderful.
This is the property of Premier Properties right here in Memphis.
Oh, great.
Yeah, our permanent collection.
I know we're used to looking at the windows, and you forget about the beautiful doorways and entranceways of the Unity Church. And also,
a lot of our buildings in town have gorgeous old antique doorways.
in this particular one, I'm noticing a lot more shading. It's very, very pretty. And you mentioned that your medium was graphite and pastel.
Pastel and graphite. Mm-hmm.
which is kind of different.
Yeah, I do a lot of line work to get the detail. So the graphite sticks provide me with a lot of, obviously the edge and the detail that I do here.
Makes sense. There's another doorway.
Right, this one was actually a building in Menemsha on Martha's Vineyard. So this whole series started on Martha's Vineyard, actually. I was spending a lot of time out there. It's a place that I find a lot of inspiration. And so I was out there taking pictures, and I was going to take pictures and do houses. And then one day I zoomed in on a doorway, which actually we have on the wall over here, and this is sort of how it all started. I did one red door from Martha's Vineyard, posted it on Facebook, and the response was tremendous. So it just sort of turned into a series on its own. This was the first.
Oh, isn't that amazing?
Yeah, so this was the first in the series, and this is sort of, I put it here because this reminds me of where it all sort of started. Something about a red antique door draws people in.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, so this was what started the whole doorway series.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I see we have 2 more to look at today.
I do. This was my grandparents' house in Marblehead.
Oh, wow.
So this was a family gift earlier this year. 10 May Street, Marblehead.
Oh, nice.
And then I have one more right here. This is the Harbor Light Inn, 58 Washington Street in Marblehead, which when I drove by, captured a photograph sort of late in the day, and there was this amazing blue light. So I included that.
Oh, that's great. What is interesting, it's kind of, you know, it's very New England. We have
Very
a lot
New
of,
England.
You started in Martha's Vineyard, you've got Newburyport and, well, what was it, Marblehead,
Yes, Marblehead, where I grew up.
where you grew up, and now we're in Easton.
Yeah, and Easton has parts of it that feel like Marblehead to me.
I was very excited to learn that you do a lot of your work on commission, and we will be stopping by Doug King's office to see some of your work. And I understand that there is the new restaurant going in town we're all looking forward to, that
Yeah.
you're doing a piece there. Can you tell us something about that?
I can tell you a little bit about that.
I'm sure it's a surprise.
It is going to be a little bit of a surprise. It will sort of encapsulate a lot of what we love about Easton, which is a lot of the old architecture, a lot of the history of Easton. There will be a large mural at the township, and the restaurant and the church is being renovated right over here on Main Street.
Oh, that will be fun to see. And
Yeah, I'm really excited and honored to
well,
be part of the
everybody watch
project.
for the opening now, so you won't miss this.
Yeah.
And it should be a lot of fun. And so we're going to head over to Doug King's office
Sure.
and show some more of your commission
Sure.
work.
Yeah, we can do that.
We're here at Doug King's office in Northeastern, and we're looking at one of Pam's commission works, which was given, I believe, as a gift.
As a gift to Doug, yeah.
And who commissioned it? Was that?
This was commissioned from Dave Howe.
Oh, wasn't that nice? Can you tell us something about?
Yeah, so these are all of Doug's buildings. This one is the one we're standing in.
Right.
That one was the intermediate school,
Mm-hmm.
which is now an apartment building. Mind Body Bar building on Main Street, and this is our building at Premier Properties, right at 99 Main. So I look at this piece now, and I just remember how many hours it took me to do it.
I know. I should pull up some of I have old photos of these buildings and what they looked like before.
Yeah, I think
They
Doug does
beautifully-
down the hall as well. There are some antique pictures here as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of history to all of these. And these have all been renovated into office spaces, such as ours, apartments, and businesses.
And beautifully done.
Very beautifully done.
I want to thank you, everyone, for coming here and watching this film and sharing this interview with us. And I want to mention that we're at a really exciting place in downtown Northeastern. As you know, I chair the Cultural District, and we're just about to do our last final site visit before the state accepts us as an official state-oriented cultural district, which brings a lot of emphasis on tourism and business and arts and culture, and bringing it and more of it and more businesses into the area. So I hope you'll watch our progress and enjoy the Artisans on Display program as we go along the way. Thank you. Thank you, Pam.
Thank you very much, Carolyn.
You're welcome.